Well, hello everybody. How are we all doing? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday. Hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, so it is the end of 2023, guys. Honestly, pretty insane. We're almost done. Just 2 more days. Well, I guess 1 more day. 1 more full day. Welcome to Nicholas and Danny. Hope you guys are both doing well. Yeah, we are just at the cusp of 2023. Will the power go out? Well, it is not a New Year's stream. It's a New Year's Eve stream. So, but no, I don't think we'll have any problems tonight. But welcome in 90. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I just want to do this stream as like more of a, final hurrah. I just really want to kind of look at this year. I feel like there's a lot to learn just from what I've been doing this year. I was, with everything that's been going on more recently and just everything that happened throughout the year, I feel like there's so much to learn. Like, there's a lot of mistakes that I've made, there's a lot of mistakes that other people have made, but there's also been a lot of great things to come out of this year. And I don't really have a checklist, but I do have some thoughts that I want to go over. I'm going to try my best to remember everything. I kind of wish I had notes for this, but I'm kind of just going for it. So, yeah, how has everybody's weekend been? Hope you guys have been having a good weekend, but yeah, honestly, I have to say this year was a roller coaster. I'd say, it's had its highs, but it's certainly had its lows, and not even in just the past couple months, but in like however long. It's been much longer than just the past few months has it been, pretty crazy. So, but like 90 said, new year, new start, there's so many things that I kind of wish I did better. There's many things that I wish that I didn't do. There's many, I don't know, 90, to be honest. I don't know if I could say that. I feel like it's kind of both. Also, I wish I could have the chat on. Oh wait, yo, the chat's gonna work. Yo, okay, chat's working, bet. I don't know why, but recently my chat box hasn't been working, so at least we got that working. Also, I'm like sitting very low. Hold on. Let me raise my... There we go. Yeah, okay. I was sitting so low on the camera. I'm just like down here. There we go. You're not alone since you had so much bad crap happen to me this year. Yeah, I will say there's been a lot of bad, but again, exactly. I can't say that it's all bad. And I was debating whether to make this a stream or a community post, but I'm like, I just can't see myself being able to write all of this in a community post. It's just something that I kind of have to say out loud. It's not something that I can just be like, oh, well, here's this. It's like, I was gonna do that, but I'm like, I just can't, so. But anyways, I guess we can just get started with what I want to say. Well, first of all, coming out of last year was certainly pretty insane. As many of you know, I did just graduate high school this year. So during that time, whenever like my channel like blew up last year, I was just starting my senior year, and I was only streaming, a couple times a week, but having those viewers was great. Like having all the viewership, having everything was honestly like some of the best things that ever happened. Like that was amazing. But following that, I was very demotivated. I was like, what am I gonna do now? Like, I can't just keep going on with, this Mario Bros stuff, because people were like, this is boring. I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want you to do this. Do something else. And I'm just like, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? That's what my channel was defined by. Before that, I was doing Mario Maker 2 for the most part. I did some other games as well, but Mario Maker 2 was a big part. But I was just stuck. I was stuck in this Mario Bros 2D Mario mindset. I even said like, oh, I literally told myself, I'm gonna do 2D Mario and nothing else. Well, let's just say that I did that for a while. I'm actually going back in my streams here just to kind of refresh myself of what happened. It's a long way to scroll, which by the way, I did unlist all my streams, but I'll get into that later. But yeah, after like that one stream, September 17th of last year, that was a day where I was like, what in the world is going on? And after that, you know, I was still getting crazy views, but nothing had ever hit that. And so after a certain point, and well, the thing is that right after that happened, October 7th, something pretty remarkable and very scary happened. For the first time ever on the internet, my information was leaked. And this was October 7th of last. I know I'm kind of going back before 2023, but this kind of leads into what I want to talk about. But October 7th of last year was the first time ever, and I mean ever, in the entire history of me being on the internet, that was the first time that I had ever gotten my information publicly shown. I'm just gonna say that is something that I will never forget, because in that moment I was freaked out. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I didn't know. I literally did not know what to do. I mean, what do you expect me to do? I mean, there's not really much you can do there. You kind of just stuck in this kind of mindset of like, you're literally being stolen, basically. Your information is out there. Somebody has it. And I will keep in mind this was only my first name and my city, but that was a lot. And at that moment, and at the time, I didn't publicly show my name. Obviously, you guys know now I do, but back then I never did that. And I only publicly scare. I just read your message that messed me up. I only publicly share my first name. So seeing that my first and last name was on there, yeah, no, I absolutely hated it. I'd time people out for it. And I'm like, why are you guys calling me by my name? I never gave you permission. And that was something that I'm like, oh crud. By the way, before we get going, I am going to be putting this VOD on YouTube. I'm also going to make a community post with this link because I do want other people to see it. So I'll make a community post tomorrow, like on YouTube with this VOD linked, because I want people to see, you know, this as well. I would stream it on YouTube, but again, you guys know what's going on, which again, I'll get into that later. So, but as I was saying, that moment right there, October 7th, was one of the scariest moments of my entire life. I saw that and I'm like, oh crud, what is going on? I'm just like, what do I do? And so like at this point, I had been doing a lot of Marber's ROM hacks. Actually, no, because I was still finishing up New Super Marber's Wii and Newer Wii, because those were like the two series on my channel that did really well. And so I had kept going and I had done other stuff. I kind of tried to bring back other stuff, but like they worked, but they didn't get many views. Now they got views like pretty good, but in the standards of what I had back then, it didn't. And I feel like back then, once you get to a certain point where you get, you know, a crazy amount of viewership, you always want to try to strive for that back. And so for the next probably, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months, I tried my darndest to try to get the viewership back. And you know, that never happened. Not once. I think the only time that it came back was when I did a speedrun game. I did a speedrun stream. That's the only time that I ever remembered back then that I got, you know, the viewership back that I was technically looking for. Hold on 1 second, sorry. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, so like at that point, I had gotten the speedrun streams, and I was like, that one speedrun stream, I got like 1,000 views, and I was like, holy moly, okay, maybe I get this back. And after that, right back down. And so this led into, the next year. So this was the end. This was December of last year. And so this was leading to the next year. And keep in mind, I'm worrying about all of this while at the same time, I'm literally in high school trying to finish. I'm trying to finish up my school. But I'm going to be honest. You're going to see that, throughout the next year, like the rest of the year, I never wanted to admit it, but I let YouTube control, this control over my school. And I realized that. And I'm like, what was I doing? And I'm just gonna say I may be somewhat vulnerable here, because I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of stuff that happened outside of YouTube and streaming that affected the streaming part. I'm just gonna say that. Once you get all those views, it sets a standard you always want to be back. Exactly. Oh boy. Well, I'm just gonna say throughout this next, few months, I kept, trying to bring it back. I was doing ROM hacks. I was doing other stuff. Brought back Mario Maker again. My 2 years on the channel. I was just going into 2 years on the channel. And I just, kept going with what I wanted to do, kind of. But as it kept going, my numbers slowly went down. And at this point, I was like, what am I doing wrong? I was like, there's got to be some way I can bring it back. Well, at the same time, around, I would say May. Oh boy. Well, let's just say that one of my IRL friends who was very close to me, we stopped talking for 3 months because of something that I did. Well, I guess it was sort of a, both of us, but more specifically me. I still take most of the blame to this day. But there was a argument we had about certain things, and it was like, it's almost like we had an expectation for each other. I don't know if you guys understand that, but like with a friend, it's like you expect the other person to do something back to you, but you never end up getting that. It's just, yeah, how the situation feels similar. Yeah, exactly. It there was an expectation that wasn't met. And so I was like, oh crud. And at that point I was like, done. I think at that point I was like, I'm never gonna be friends with this person ever again. This was around the time where I wanted to quit. And not life, guys. I wasn't on the cusp of suicidal. I never was. I maybe heard it, but no, I never ever had that thought. But I wanted to quit YouTube, because going into June, that's when I was like just forcing myself to do it. I felt like, yeah, I think going into June I was kind of forcing myself, and I'm just like, yeah. And this was at the point where I'm like trying stuff to get views, and they got less views than the ones that when I wasn't trying. And I feel like it was seen pretty well that during those times I, didn't have views. I mean, I did. I had a couple hundred per stream, which was honestly great. But for me, that wasn't enough. And so I'm like, what am I doing? I was like, why am I doing this? And I'm gonna be honest, I've done this for almost 3 years now. This is not the first time that I've ever wanted to quit. I mean, it's really crazy. Yeah, and I remember you, Nicholas, because you were kind of in the same boat at a different time. And I was just like, I'm not growing. Because keep in mind, in September, I had gained like a good 600-700 subs in a month. And that felt great, but it's like that, adrenaline rush, and it just went away. And I'm just like, I just felt like awful. I'm just like, what do I do now? I'm just sat here. I'm literally just sat here. Like, I'm just sitting here hitting the go live button and trying to do something. But over the last 6 months, it's been changing a little bit. Like, I did like a Mario Maker challenge, and that was like one of my worst performing streams ever. And tried to do some other stuff. Just didn't work. But then going into like August, I had, I was getting to that point where it's like, you know what? I never had done video production much. Savannah, welcome to Opening Wall. But yeah, at that point, so around August, I had never done video production. So I was like, maybe I'll give that a shot. So what I did is I did, a Mario Bros. Wii challenge. No, this wasn't video production. What I tried to do was like challenges. So I was like, I did like the Mario Bros. Wii Carry Luigi challenge. And I'm gonna be honest. You want to turn down your music a bit? No one told me? Come on, Nicholas and 90, you guys should know. Okay, try that. Grantham, welcome in. Opening Wall. Where was I? Here. But yeah, that's better, but maybe just a bit more. All right, I'll turn it down in OBS itself. We'll go minus 14. But so when I was much better, okay. I have like 3 different volumes. I have the volumes in my headset. The volume in my headset doesn't affect you guys. And then I have the volume in YouTube Music, and then I have the volume in OBS. So it's like I'm having to control the 3 different volumes. I have like the YouTube Music volume almost down. So minus 17. Usually I have it at minus 10. It usually works for most of what I do. Okay, but as I was saying, at this point I was like, maybe I need to like try something else. And so I completely shifted, and I was like, you know what? Let's just and at this point, Mario Wonder had been announced. And so I was like, maybe Wonder will be it. Maybe that'll be that to, go for it. So I ended up doing the Mario Bros. Wii Carry Luigi challenge, which I'm gonna be honest, that was actually one of the most fun challenges that I'd ever done. Despite the fact that it tortured me to no end, that was great. And then I did the Mario Bros. U, but I added too many rules, which I did that as a video, and that was one of the first videos I ever did to like crack major views, which was like 2.3K, which I mean doesn't sound like a lot in terms of like major creators, but at that point I didn't have a video crack like 300 views, barely. So I mean, yeah, and honestly those videos were great. And again, I'm trying to go in order here, trying not to get ahead of myself. But so yeah, at this point this is where I kind of came up with the idea of the Road to Wonder series, where I would do every single Super Mario game. So I did that for a while, but then I also did the randomizer video, which was another video that did a lot. And I was like, that randomizer stream popped off, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm doing something right. So then I do this like Mario Party, but I can't do anything. That was the worst ever idea I ever had in my entire life. I tried too hard. Again, I feel like a lot of times throughout my YouTube career, I've tried too hard. It's like, I know you have, well, it's not the fact that it's not the fact that it's a bad idea. It's the fact that I was desperate for attention. No, it's not the fact that they're bad. It's the fact that I was desperate. I was desperate for views. I had an idea, and then I was like, and again, and also keep in mind now, I'm out of high school. So speaking, I already talked about the whole I didn't talk about my graduation. I'm just gonna say my graduation is something that I don't like to remember because of a major mistake that I had made. And again, this is very personal information, so I don't feel comfortable saying it, but I kind of I'll just say it involved that friend that I was talking to you guys about, which I've mentioned before. I'll just say that friend that I didn't have, that I got, I tried to do something during the graduation, which majorly hurt both of us. I'm just going to say that every time I'm reminded of the graduation, I hate it. I hate it. My parents just tell me, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's hard not to worry about. When you say something that you didn't think was humiliating, and when you're up there shaking, trying to speak in front of, I mean, it's not a major graduation. It's like a few hundred people, but that's still a few hundred people. I know most graduations like thousands, but that's still a lot. And when you say something like that, and then you come back later saying that your graduation video got taken down because of something you said, that hurts. Yeah, and I've never shared that, but the graduation video that I did, for my graduation, for my valedictorian speech, it got taken down because of something that I said. And I'm gonna be honest, I had a feeling that would hurt my reputation on my church campus going forward. I had a feeling like, for not very long, but for a little while, I was like, dude, I can't walk onto this campus ever again. And again, it wasn't humiliating in the moment. Well, it was a little bit, but afterwards, and also the fact that I went to a summer camp and had to see that friend. I had to see that friend that I'd stopped talking to. And that was probably the most awkward 4 days of my life. It was the most awkward thing in the entire world. It was horrible. And I could imagine it was for them too. I could imagine, but that was the most humiliating 4 days of my life. Now, but in that moment too, I feel like God was speaking to me, because it was a Christian camp. But in that same moment, I feel like at that moment God's telling me like, it's fine. It was just that voice in my head, just like, it's okay. And even my pastor was telling me that too, because he knew what was going on, because he could tell that because the thing is that us two would talk all the time. Like, it was pretty obvious. Like, that's how close we were. We were really good friends. But I think it got too close to the point where we had expectations for each other that didn't go very well. And so that got to the point where, I had to stop. We had to stop it somewhere. If we didn't stop it, it would have gotten worse. So we pretty much had to stop talking. And that was awkward. That was horrible. But again, at the same time, I was doing YouTube, so you know, I was still doing this thing, and then so back to, I know I'm kind of flip-flopping. It's kind of hard to not include both because they both kind of influence each other, but sometimes life doesn't go the way, unfortunately, no matter how much effort you put into it. You just have to keep your head up and look forward. Everyone makes mistakes, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I do understand that. And I feel like for me, it's so easy for me to point out every mistake that I make. And trust me, many more to come after what I'm just talked about. Oh, you have no idea. But, you know, at the end of the day, you learn from it. So, but yeah, so I was doing the Road to Wonder series, which I have to say, Road to Wonder series was very well. It was great. It was awesome. But as you guys know, I had to cancel that series because my computer decided to crap out and it just didn't work. Also, I'd even talk about the internet thing, but that doesn't matter. I will say I also used to have crappy internet, which also made it really worse. And then, yeah, I'll just say that. All right, sounds good, Savannah. Yeah, I will say, you know, the internet thing actually helped me a lot because, you know, my old internet was crap and then new stuff is this, and yeah, but that's besides the point. Honestly, that's not that important. But, you know, leading up to Wonder, I was like, oh, maybe this will be my time. Maybe this will be my time to shine. Yo, Define, welcome in. Happy New Year's Eve to you as well. Yeah. And then going into there, I did my first member stream, which was great. And then going into Wonder, I honestly thought maybe this will be my big breakaway. Maybe this will be the time where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll finally, you know, get some attention on YouTube. And see, the thing is, I don't know what I was thinking. Well, Define, I've kind of been talking about it a lot. I'll be posting the VOD so you guys can go back to like what everything else I said, but yeah, leading up to Wonder, I was like, maybe this will finally be my big breakaway. And I thought that was too, but it ended up being, you know, in my streams, I had like 2 or 3 people, 4 people at times. And I'm just like, am I doing something wrong again? But no, I wasn't doing anything wrong. It's the fact that with a new game comes spoilers and a lot of people don't want to watch it. And so that's what I ended up realizing. I'm like, you know what? This isn't it. I thought I thought I was gonna be making a bunch of Wonder videos. I thought I was gonna be doing all that stuff. And then I'm just like, nope, not at all. Well, going into Halloween, I ended up bringing a series back that has had very negative outcomes on my channel. Because every time I do Galaxy 2, something bad happens. And so this is where the trolls started to come back again. Because before, in the Wonder streams, I hardly had it. I mean, I did a little bit, but I mean, everyone has it. But eventually I, you know, did that, and I was just like, oh boy. And it happened again. So, let me catch up. It's easier to focus on the negative parts, even if it's the minority. But at the end of the day, how you handle it will hurt or build your character. And if you build it up, you'll see much more perspective from what I've seen. Yeah, exactly. It's all about how you learn from it. It's not about the situation itself. Your parents always told you 10% of life is a situation, 90% is how you handle it. Well, yeah. Yeah, obviously, it's not just how you handle the situation, it's how you learn from the situation. The situation is important, though, because without the situation, we'll have everything else. So... yeah, Galaxy 2 is just bad luck, apparently. But, yeah, and this kind of led up to... I'm going to kind of skip over all this stuff, because then we have the RPG stuff. We have everything else. Then we get to... we get to probably the hardest part of this entire year. I know I've been holding it back. I know I've tried my hardest to not talk about it. But honestly, I'm done ignoring it. I really am. I've tried my hardest. My family's tried their hardest. And it's sad that this is still going on. But the fact that someone has the audacity, someone has the will, the power, the want to publicly humiliate somebody on the internet by posting their information online. The fact that that is still something people want to do is heart-wrenching. And not just to me, but just in general, to anyone. And you guys have seen on stream, I've tried my best to keep my cool. But I'm gonna be honest. It's not. It's not cool. And whether the person, whoever is behind this, is listening or not, I just want to let you know, you're not just hurting me, you're hurting my entire family, and you're hurting this community. More importantly, this community than anything else. And even worse, I had to let somebody go that has been on this channel since its inception. Somebody who I originally trusted to be a loyal viewer. Somebody who has put nonstop financial support into this channel. Somebody who is basically there every single stream. Goes about and supports this sort of behavior. The fact that someone would turn on my back just like that. And I tried listening to them, but all I got was vagueness. That's all I got. I got thrown everything in the book, except the truth. And that's the thing, Grantham. I don't even care. I don't even care that somebody comes to every stream, but this person was at almost every single stream, at least for a little bit. Now, was it every single one? Absolutely not. But almost every single stream since I started, almost since I started here, back on Twitch, here, where I am right now. Ever since then. And whether they are actively participating in what is going on or not. Obviously, if this has been going on for whatever it has been, over a year, and the fact that someone would not even think to tell me about it, the fact that someone would support my channel but not even tell me about what's going on, wouldn't even say a word to me, and just sat there acting like he knew what he was doing. He thought, oh, I'm fine. And whoever's listening, I want you to know, I don't hate you. I do not have any personal hatred towards you. Whoever, if you are listening, you know who you are. I do not have any hatred towards you. I desire, I strive for you to understand that what you are doing is hurtful and painful and utterly wrong. It's not okay. It is not okay to go and just put somebody's information on the internet for fun. That is not fun. Somebody could come to my house and shoot somebody in my house. They could literally kill someone in my house. The fact that someone could do that so easily, but yet you still post my information online. The fact that you still do that and are still actively doing it to this day is hurtful. It seriously is. It's not okay. And I'm sorry if you think it is. But if you want me to break down like this, well, I'm sorry. Because you're talking to the wrong person. I am not the right person you're looking for. Because all I long for is peace. All I long for is a loving and caring community. But the fact that you would just do this for fun. For fun. I mean, I play video games for fun. You know, I play instruments, I do music, you know, for fun and for, you know, the work of the Lord. But the fact that you do this for fun, do this, posting people's information online for fun, is honestly just depressing. And I don't know what kind of home life you have. I don't know what your relationships with your parents or anyone else is like. I don't know that. But all I know is that there's a chance. There's a chance for you to come back. I know there's a chance, and I've tried so hard. Many times I've tried. I've tried so many times. Yet, every time I try, I just get backlash. Every time. I did not expect to cry this much. But every time, I tried. Clams, welcome in. I literally tried so many times. Literally every time I gave you a chance. And I still do. But all I see is backlash. All I get is a slap in the face. And it's not just me. It's my parents. It's my grandparents. And I know this, Grantham, and it's what I've come to realize. I've realized at the end of the day, and I want to give this to you guys. Oh my god, I can barely talk. Oh. I did not expect to cry today. But I just want you all to realize I can't. whatever you guys are going through, whether big or small. You have the power to overcome it. I wouldn't have been able to do this in a community post. I would have been crying writing that. Oh my gosh. But just know that you guys can overcome it. And I believe that we will. And for whoever's been doing this, I don't wish for you to go to jail. I don't wish for you to, be sentenced to, I don't want you to be sentenced to anything. You know what I want for you? Is for you to learn that what you were doing is wrong. And honestly, if I could see it in you, I would let you back in the community. But for the time being, I can't. I just can't have this. I really wish. And the thing is that I'm not the only one seeing this either. And I know this. Because I know my mods for sure. And people in this community. And that's the thing, is that, there's many times. And then this last month, I've been almost done. I almost wanted to quit it. Like, Clams, you said that I would give up on YouTube. Well, you would give up on YouTube. Honestly, I was about to. I was about to quit. I was like, this ain't for me. But, each and every time, I've come back to realize what I'd be getting rid of. And it's not just that. It's not even the fact that it's not a win or lose situation. It's just the fact that I would lose these people in this community. I've made so many friends on this platform. YouTube, Twitch, whatever. Discord, whatever. It's not a win or lose. What would be a win is that if we could all come to the understanding that this is all unnecessary. This doesn't need to happen, but I'm looking at it at the same time that I feel like this has taught me a lot. It took me to a place where I realized that, I think this happening is now like really taught me that what I'm doing, I feel like this has taught me a lot though at the same time. Even though it's a really bad and poor situation, I feel like this has taught me a lot. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot how to handle things like this. I've learned a lot of what to look to. And what you guys see on stream is not all of what's been going on. Now I try to be as, authentic and real as possible, but I've realized that there's a lot more that you guys don't see. Now, no matter in the darkest times, you always have people that are there for you. No, I don't stop by much, but I want you to know this. Your ability to keep going, keep entertaining people, and still stream no matter what you're going through means a lot more to people than you may think. You make lots of people happy, whether you want to realize it or not. Well, that's the crazy part, is that, every time I said, oh, I'm going to stop streaming, I almost said I was going to stop streaming till the end of the year. Well, clearly that didn't happen. I mean, I've said, I'm like, oh, I'm going to take a break. Well, I'm back 2 days later. Now, I did take like a short break. I mean, breaks are good. But there's been many times where I'm just like, well, I'm going to stop. I don't like doing this. But I don't know. It seems like every time it just seems that it just comes back. Honestly, well, Clam, sometimes that is the case. I mean, I'm glad I met you, but there's something I want to say, not as a joke, not to be funny. It's something to let you know that we support you. It's not much, but yeah. Oh boy, you have no idea what I have to say about you, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, I just want to say it was a rough year, up and down. I don't say much, but I hope to let you know we support you. Thank you. And not just support me, but support this community, because it's not just about me. It really isn't. But you know, this has been a rough year, but in the same way, there's always next year. You know, they always say that, and it's not always true, but in this case it is. You know, it's sad that some people don't even live. You know, you think about how many people are losing their lives every day, and just sitting here and thinking that somebody's probably passing in like every minute. It's honestly baffling to realize. And some of those people are my age or younger even. The fact that they don't even get to live their life. Could you imagine that? Living 10 years. Could you imagine that? I couldn't. The fact that I'm still here 18 years later. That's something else I need to talk about too. Oh boy. There's more to this than I thought there was. Well, I guess I should talk about that too. Well, I'm just gonna say this, guys. I am probably honestly, it's a miracle that I'm alive today. I never thought I was going to get into this, but I'm just going to say, guys, when I was, when my mom was pregnant with me, well, I'm just going to say I wasn't supposed to be born on September 7th. I was supposed to be born almost 2 months later. I was supposed to be born in late October, early November. But I was born 8 weeks early. 8 weeks, guys. That's 2 months. 2 entire months. There was absolutely no way that I was fully developed and ready to be born at the time. There was no way. And I know this is probably the most vulnerable I've ever gotten, but I feel like it's necessary. And I'm not doing this to show that, I'm some cool, super cool dude. You know what I'm showing? The work of the Lord. I feel like there's no other possible way. No human, no earthly, whatever process could ever have determined that. There's no possible way. Well, when I was born, I barely could breathe. I was a small thing. I was like this long. Like barely. I was tiny. I was like 3 pounds. Actually, I was 3 pounds 14 ounces, so I was pi. I always told myself, I was like, maybe that's why I'm so good at math. But anyways, besides the point. I'm just trying to cheer myself up a bit because, man, dude, this is not something that I expected to talk about. But I just feel like it's necessary because I want you guys to understand that life isn't something that we should just be taking for granted. Life is not something that, I feel like people take life so much for granted, including myself. I stream live every day, sometimes not even realizing that I was given the privilege to do this. The fact that that is something that I can live for is pretty remarkable. But anyway, so like I said, I barely could breathe. And so that was when I was first born. But I mean, clearly I'm still alive. So, but I was in the hospital for about 3 weeks. Like 2.5, almost 3 weeks in the hospital. I got out on the 25th. My mom always remembers the dates, but the dates don't matter. But I came out like of the hospital like almost the end of September when I was born, the beginning of September. And well, I'm just gonna say throughout those next couple years was a struggle because well, I'm gonna skip a little bit because there's a lot more details that I can go into, but that doesn't matter. But whenever I was around 2 years old, this is a moment that, well, actually, one time I was looking into it was like a record book or like a scrapbook sort of thing that had like key moments in my life that my mom had written down. And one of those moments I saw was, I believe it was October 20th. Or October something. It was like October something of 2009. No, 2007. Sorry, not way off. Again, I was 2. So it was like October of 2007. Well, before that, actually, I was diagnosed with epilepsy. I guess I should emphasize that. Due to my immaturity, there's a spot in the back of my brain that doesn't function properly, and it's to the point where I'd have seizures like quite often. Now, not super duper often, but think about a little kid having a seizure. I mean, a little baby who's like this tall, like the fact that something like that was having a seizure, like it's just remarkable. But anyways, back to that moment. October 2007. Hold on. So yeah, October 2007. Epilepsy is basically if it I guess the simple explanation is you have seizures. It's a basic example. It's a messing with your brain that causes your brain not to function properly, and so your body tends to freak out. It's basically a freak out of the body to the point either where you pretty much lock up or sit still, or you move around crazy. Yeah, it's that. But I'll just say, but back to what I was saying. So in October 2007, I had about 20 seizures in a day. Think about this. 24 hours in a day. 20 of those hours, I had one seizure. Each hour. On average. That is something that obviously as a baby I did not remember. And obviously also when you're having a seizure, you actually don't have any conscience. You're not conscious of what's going on. Because if you get woken up out of a seizure, you can have a heart attack because it will scare you to death. So that's also the problem, because with an epileptic, you have to be cautious, because otherwise if you touch them or if you jerk them or if you try to get their attention, they can literally have a heart attack and die. And the fact that I had 20 of these in a day. Honestly, 90, I don't know. But you know what I do know? Only the Lord could do that. I just don't see any other possible way. I don't. I seriously don't. I don't see any other way that I would still be alive to this day. And I'll skip a few years, but we'll skip to when I was about 8. So this was in 2013. It was like 7 or 8. I was like 7 or 8. And I had what's called a grand mal seizure. And so what a grand mal is basically you stop and you fall straight to the ground. And that's what I did. I literally stopped and right on the ground. Yeah, you can imagine that. I don't know if I don't think I was on concrete because I don't remember any of that. I just know, I believe it was in grass or something. Again, my parents would tell me, but basically you just stop and straight on the ground. Yeah. Honestly, to be honest, I don't understand how I'm alive to this day. But I'm just gonna say this. I'm currently 18. And that seizure I had was when I was 8 or 7. I haven't had one since. I have not had a single episode since 2012, 2013. And we're what, going into 2024? Nicholas, honestly, it's pretty crazy. It's honestly insane to think about. But yeah, the fact that I'm going into 2024, I haven't had one in over 10 years. And I will say what was it? I believe it was 2020 or 2019. Oh, it's got to be like 2019, 2018 by this point. But it was around 2018, 2019. My neurologist told me that I would no longer be diagnosed with epilepsy. And that I would officially not be an epileptic anymore. I would just have a history of seizures. I would no longer be considered that. Because that was always, and it wasn't something that like I was held against. That was never something that people held against me, because most people didn't really know. Most people who knew were like, wait, really? You have seizures? Like, that's the only thing people think of. Grantham, dude, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Oh my gosh, man, you were literally amazing. Thank you so much for that. Jay got it. Let's go. Thank you so much for that, man. You didn't have to do that. Guys, can we get some hype for Grantham, please? Dude, thank you so much for that. No, you're not. Dude, really? Man. Oh, you're amazing, Grantham. You're amazing, dude. But, yo, Kata, welcome in opening wall. But yeah, I'm just gonna... Yo, with another one to Term. I don't know who that is, but... I don't know, somebody who's been in the streams. But dude, thank you so much for that again. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, honestly, I couldn't ask for, a better community. And Jess got one. Yo, let's go. Jess got one too. Thank you so much, Grantham, for the 3 tier 1 subs. You are literally the best. Thank you so much for that. Kata, you know what? I'll be posting this stream up on YouTube, so I'm just gonna say I got emotional pretty fast. But yeah, I'm just gonna say the fact that I'm still alive to this day just shows, just shows that you can't take it for granted. Hey, I appreciate it, Grantham, and man, I'm just gonna say this after letting this all out. I'm realizing that there's more to be grateful for. Oh, I know you got sick on your birthday, dude. I know, that's horrible. Hope you feel better. But yeah, I'm just gonna say, ending the year with me just telling you guys like there's more to this, but obviously I'm not gonna say everything. But the fact that there's 11 people here right now watching this, I appreciate every single one of you. But yeah, the fact that after the constant episodes that I had when I was a baby to being an older kid who had to suffer through this. And I had a few seizures in between when I was 2 and 8, but those I don't remember very much. I bet you did, Nicholas. Yeah, I know. Like when I saw your community post, I had to read the entire thing because I walked through many of the struggles that you went through too. Yeah, I get it. Honestly, Nicholas, I seriously appreciate you for that. Yeah, the fact that, I have people like you and other people who are just willing to always be supportive no matter what. But last thing I want to say on what I just said, I just want to say to you guys, with all the struggles that you go through, there's stuff to look to. There's people that those are your friends, those who you have. And if you don't, well, just know you can always talk to me. If you don't have a friend to talk to, just know you can always talk to me. Because I will always give you, or try my best to always give you, a genuine, honest point of view. Because some don't. So, Kirby Master, welcome in. Twitch is finally working. Hey, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad it's working for you. Well, welcome in. But yeah, I just want to say, if you don't have a friend or anybody, reach out to me. Join my Discord. And I will say the Discord is locked down right now, but I do have plans to open it back up. But eventually, I'll get that back because I really miss having new people join. But with just what's been going on, I can't. So, but I think that's all I want to talk about with. I'm doing okay. I was just, I'll just say that I said a lot. Only able to give 3. Oh, you did 4? Dude, don't even worry about it, dude. Honestly, I appreciate just you being here. But the fact that you would give 3 subs is really amazing. Like, I really appreciate that. No, you've been a call before once or twice, but you're always fun to hang around with. Hey, I'm glad. I always try my best. Even though I do get a little weird sometimes, but I mean, who doesn't, right? But, yeah, and that's also why I like doing those VCs a little bit more. Like, just chilling and chatting with people. Now, obviously, there's certain etiquette to be. Like, I had one person come to me saying they're promoting their stream, and I'm just like, yes, of course, you got to know proper etiquette and stuff. You can't just, do whatever. But under rules, under restrictions, and the thing is, guys, the reason why we have rules is not to, I know this is like, kind of off to the side, but the reason we have rules is not because we hate you. It's because we want the community to be as safe as possible. That's the reason why I don't like, and I will be honest, everybody always asks this, like, why don't you swear? Why don't you, do that kind of stuff? I will be honest, I've slipped up many times, and some of my mods have heard me whenever I got upset during this whole situation. Again, I'm gonna say this right now. I was not completely in the right here during this whole situation, like ever in any of these situations that happened this year. Like, I was never fully in the right, but the reason why I don't is because it pushes people away. It's just, yeah, and I know you do, Nicholas. And again, that's your conviction, but for my personal conviction, I just don't feel like it's not right to me. It comes out very negative. It comes out very wrong. It just feels guilty, I just always feel guilty. Now I get it. I get, like sometimes you do it, and sometimes they do it for jokes. Like, yeah, there's memes with curse words, and I'm just like, yeah, that's kind of funny, but but VC's amazing. Discord on your server. Honestly, the fact that I've been doing it more has actually been a little bit better because I know we've had more people join. Now it depends on the day. Obviously, during this holiday, it's like, people are out and stuff. So, but honestly, it's been pretty good. So, well, the thing is, Nicholas, that's kind of funny because I was the opposite. Whenever I was in middle school, I You dealt with your job with swearing. Yeah. And that's the thing. I've told myself, you know, those are useless garbage words. There's a much better way to handle it. And that's what I've kind of done with this situation. Yes, I have messed up, but at the same time, there's a better way to handle it. So your boss swears all the time. Well, that's a terrible boss and you should leave the job. No, I'm just kidding. No, you don't leave the job. Obviously, you know, hey, you know what? You got that job and honestly, be grateful for it. Nah, I'm just messing around, but yeah. But yeah, when I was in middle school, I actually swore a decent amount because, you know, I tried to fit in. I tried to be the cool kid, you know, but it ended up just turning into me being made fun of. And that was another part of my life that I don't have enough time to talk about. But I just want to say there's a lot of things to be grateful for, even in the midst of trial and in the midst of tribulation. You know, there's things to do. Much older than you, swear all the time, but respect your view. Hey, thank you. By the way, welcome and hope you're doing well. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to try my best to keep the emotional away for the rest because, man, this first hour was something. But honestly, okay, I do want to talk about a couple things. Well, first, I will say I met a lot of amazing people this year. One in particular that I'm going to talk about later, but you know, with this community, there's been a lot of people that come and go, you know, like people obviously, you know, go away, they don't do certain things, but they go to this and other things. So it's like, you know, all that kind of thing. So it's like, you do all that. Like there's just many amazing people, but they come and go, you know, people don't always stay and all that kind of stuff. But you know, there's always the people that are always here. And I feel like those people are kind of the ones that you always try to stick to the most. The ones that are always here. But, I mean, all my mods especially. And I will say I have removed from some mods as of recent when I moved to Twitch. Back to Twitch, I should say. Just because, you know, I want the mods to be people that are the closest to me. In some of the mods that I had, you know, they were great, but I just don't see them as my closest friends. Like they're cool, I'm cool with them, but they aren't my closest friends. But oh boy, there's one person in particular that and you know who you are. And you know exactly who you are because I mentioned it to you before the stream. Honestly, Kirby, it has. But I'm just gonna say one of the best things that ever happened to me this year. I should say two people. No, two people actually. No, there's two people especially. Yeah, Grantham, I know I thought I met you last year. Maybe we kind of more talked this year though. Remember when you first met Nicholas, you took a break from his channel when he stopped streaming Marker Week, but he started streaming again. I came back and been there ever since. Yeah. And that's the thing with a lot of streamers that I watch. I do understand a lot of people only watch for a certain game, which totally is understandable. And that's what my kind of problem was when I streamed Mario Maker 2 back on here, because it's like people would only watch me for that. So I didn't build an audience. And that's why I'm kind of liking what I have now, because now I'm back on back on Twitch, and it's like I have that audience. So it's like Twitch streaming just feels a little bit better for me. Which I'll get into that after this. But yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so there's actually two people this year that I've met on this platform. Or on YouTube. Technically we're on Twitch, but you know what I mean. There's two people that I feel like have made a change. Not just in me, but I've just been like two people that I can really look to. And one of them is not here right now. Actually, they just left. They left a little bit ago. The other person's still here, but I'm going to talk about that first person because she's not here and I can do that now. So, and she'll never know. But you've seen some people have been close to me since 2020 when we started doing content creation. That is amazing. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that first person, and let's Kata. I mean, maybe not, maybe, I don't know. I mean, no, yes, but Savannah, she is honestly, I'm just gonna say this, probably one of the greatest examples of humbleness, humility. That's the word I'm looking for. I feel like I don't see any ounce of selfishness. I don't see any ounce of, you know, I don't know. I just don't see it. I just see a very humble, you know, young lady. She's like not even much older than me. And the fact that, and I'm going to be honest, yeah, it's just, and I've only known her since like July or August. But honestly, she's been like one of the greatest people on this platform. There's a reason I added her as mod almost immediately. And the fact is that she just wanted to put a link in my chat. And I was like, you know what? You are staying as mod because I see potential. And the thing is, I don't add mods just to add mods. My mods are my friends. And I'm not just going to add some rando, you know, although I've made that mistake in the past. Don't even want to get into that. But Savannah has been probably one of the greatest examples of what it means to be positive, be humble, be loving, be caring. And honestly, I've kind of put that into practice a little bit. You know, like every time I'm in her streams, I just don't see any ounce of negativity. When stuff happens, I mean, honestly, you know, stuff happens, you know, and she just doesn't care. It's honestly crazy. And dude, like the amount of support she gets is literally amazing. Like I saw a solid 50 memberships every single stream, and my gosh, that was the best thing ever. Like like to see that every single stream, I will be honest, I had a very, 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 very small ounce of jealousy in me. But she deserves it. Like, I don't care what anybody says. She deserves it completely. Yes, I was a little jealous, just a little bit, but you know, that was really good. It really taught me. I'm like, you know what? Don't be like that. I know, Kirby. I did remember that. But yeah, it's just crazy that the amount of support she gets, and the fact that she literally passed me in subs, and she's only been doing it for a year. That literally shows you how amazing she is. And I'm not. And the thing is, the subs doesn't even matter. But the fact that she's growing so much is amazing. It literally is. Like the fact, and I kept telling her, I'm like, you're gonna pass me in subs. She's like, no, you're not. I'm not gonna do this. I'm like, yeah, you are. And she did. She smoked me in subs. And you know what? I love it. It's honestly amazing because she deserves it completely. She's been doing this for a year and has passed like a majority of people. And the thing is, you know, we always subs is just a number in reality, but you know, the fact that she's getting that much support is amazing. And I'm glad that I can be a part of it because, and you know, it's hilarious. Like for all the way up to like leading to 2K, because I met her when she got to run 1K, which is in July, and she got to 2K in a month or 4 months. But it was kind of funny because I was like sitting around and I was like, you know, because I added her as a mod, but people were like, why isn't Ballamedic a mod because you mod for him? And I'm like, that's the thing. I don't like giving mod just because I mod for somebody else. I don't like that. So I don't do that rule because it's like, oh, you're a mod for me, then I should be mod for you. It's like, if you're in my stream, sure. And it's not a personal thing. It's just like, you're not in my streams all the time. So why should I give you mod? And the thing is, mod is overrated. I'm just going to say that. The mod itself is overrated. It's helpful, but it's overrated. Because people are like, I'm mod, so I'm cool. No, it's not. It's not cool. It's just mod. Cool, whatever. But anyways, as I was saying, literally when I got oh wait, hold on. When I first got mod from Nicholas over a year ago, you're kind of against it, not gonna exactly. Oh, I'll get into that in a second. Thomas, welcome in Opening Wall. But yeah, so when I met Savannah back in, you know, August, around I'd say October, November, you know, I was like, she was talking about adding new mods. And because she was talking about adding new mods, and she said she was gonna wait till she hit 2K, because she had a few mods, and she keeps her mods very low, and that's kind of what I'm doing as well, because I actually kind of learned from that from her, because I'm like, having too many mods is just like kind of crazy. So she only had like 5, I think, which made sense for her because, you know, her mods were very consistent. But leading up to 2K, I was like, I made so many jokes in the chat about me becoming mod. And I mean, it did happen. I'll just say, I'll spoil it. I did become mod. For those of you who, I mean, I think most of you have seen Savannah, so you guys would know, but I did become mod for her. But again, I'm in almost every single one of her streams, whether I wake up late, because half the time now I wake up late during the day and it's like 2 hours into her stream and I'm just like, wake up on time. But that's just because my sleep schedule's messed up. But anyways, I always am like, you know, like and the thing is that, you know, I always made jokes about being mod for her, and I was just like, but you know, I had a feeling that we'd become really good friends, kind of right off the bat. So I was like, you know, there it is. I already kind of had a feeling, and that's why I gave her mod immediately. I was like, it wasn't immediate, it was like a few weeks. But I was like, who is the second person? We'll get to that in a second. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so what was I saying? What was I saying? Just lost my train of thought. What the heck was I saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, like I become mod for her, and I was like, you know, I already had a feeling that was gonna happen. Yes, well, duh, I know that. I know, guys, thank you for pointing out the obvious. I know, I just losing my train of thought. But yeah, so she was, when she had told me, she's like, you want to be mod? And I'm like, no question, yes. And the thing is, like, if I didn't really think of her as a friend, if I just wanted to be in her streams and have fun, I would have said no. But I was just like, you know, this person is going to be someone that I'd want to support for a long time. And I certainly do, because she is one of the most amazing people I know. And I'm going to be honest, females get a lot of crap on the internet. They always get stereotyped. And I want to make sure I'm, you know, protecting those, because as a male, I don't want to see other males, you know, you guys know what I mean. Because I've seen people in her streams do some weird stuff, and I'm like, that is not okay. Do not ever do that again. I never want to see that. So I was just like, yeah, no. But yeah, I just like, you know, she's amazing. That's all I can say. She really is. Out of all the people I met on this platform, certainly one of the best. But I guess enough of that, because the next person that I'm going to talk about. Oh boy. Oh boy, you have no idea. You guys might know who it is, but I'm just going to say this person probably, no, not probably, definitely an even closer friend than Savannah. I'm just gonna say that. Oh, you heard me. Dang it. I thought I could catch it. No, I'm just kidding. You came back right as you started talking about me, dude. I literally started crying. I heard every single thing you said about me. Let me just say about you. You were one cool dude. I could tell we were going to become friends really quickly. I'm so glad I met you, and I know we're going to become even better friends in 24. When I modded you, I knew you were going to do an amazing job. Our beliefs line up the same, and you're so good at your job. Thank you for amazing, dude. Thank you so much for that. No, like literally, honestly, I had no other words because I literally couldn't say anything else. I was just like, I don't know what else to say because it's like you just don't need to say it because it's just how amazing you are. And honestly, it really sucks because I don't have very many like IRL friends, and I don't think I've ever had an IRL friend where I've been able to say that to. Except for like, well, who was my best friend? Now we're kind of, you know, having friends online has really wanted me to, you know, go back with my IRL friend because I really want to be good friends with them again. But I mean, we talk like once a week, but it's just like, yeah, same, Nicholas. I mean, I have some, but honestly, basically none that I talk to consistently. And that one person I talked about earlier, you know, we're still working it out, so it's gonna be a very slow process, but I really want to see that back again. But anyways, makes sense. You have a couple IRL friends. We don't even see each other next semester. Oh boy, wow. Anyways, well, this next person, I know I keep laughing, but it's just hilarious because of the way we kind of interacted at first. Well, let's just say that this person had been in another person's stream for quite a few months before that we even ever talked. You know, we had seen each other, technically. I was a mod for that person. So, I mean, it was pretty obvious that I was there. But it was like, oh, you know, I mean, we barely saw, you know. Like we didn't even know each other. Like we were just kind of viewers to each other. And man, the interaction, oh my gosh, it's still baffling. The first interaction I ever had with this person that I sometimes forget of how we met. And this, or not how we, well, kind of how we met, but how we like first really talked to each other. And the fact that this came about in this way is just hilarious. Oh my gosh. But let's just say that this person, your Wi-Fi is buffering. Oh no. Okay, let's just say that whenever and then this person finally came to my chat. I think it was either through a raid from that person or whatever. And if you're wondering why I'm not saying the name, like the names of anything, it's because I'm trying to build up to it. But so this person had told me that they made a joke in my chat. They already know what's up. But this person had made a joke in my chat talking about doing well, no, I met Nicholas last year. So yeah, no, I met Nicholas in like March of last year, April of last year. So yeah, no, hugely different. But and even the interactions Nicholas and I had was interesting, but that's a whole nother story. But so this person had challenged me to a speed run as a joke. And I honestly thought, okay, I'm actually willing to do that. That sounds pretty cool. But that person was joking. So I was like, oh, I thought you were being serious. So I'm like, yeah, we'll do it. But then he was like, oh, I want to apologize for lying about joking. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? I'm just so confused. Oh my gosh. The person who is in this chat knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's what's the funny part, because no one else, well, I mean, many of you probably already know who it is, but I'm just going to keep going. So this person has said they're antisocial, but then they're talking about believing in God. And as you guys know, I'm Christian. And so they talk about believing in God. So, you know, he was talking about how he needs forgiveness from God, even if I wouldn't forgive him. But I was like, you didn't do anything wrong. I, you know, took that as like, oh, maybe you wanted to do that. And so I was like, you know, as a brother in Christ, I want to know that making a joke about that was not a problem. Because as you guys know, I'm the least sarcastic person you know, as I always say. So I was like, I'm just going to go along with it. Not really anything, not a big deal. And I said, I'm socially awkward too, which I am. I can talk like this all day on stream, but when I'm in person, I shut my mouth. So, but then he had told me that it wasn't a joke, that we actually wanted to do that. And so I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Honestly, I would love to do that. And let's just say this started a whole thing. And yeah, we kind of talked about, you know, God and ministry, because I want to go to ministry. He wants to go to ministry. And well, let's just say that person is the person who I've been leading up a collab with. And it all started from our first ever interaction. And I'm pretty sure every single one of you have already guessed who that person is. I don't even think I need to say the name. But 90, Ray 90 was that person. Everyone already knew. 60 Lightning 60, exactly. It's problematic. Yes, it's myself. But whether you like the fact that I exposed you or not, I did anyways. But yeah, I'm just gonna say, I had no idea. All I saw was this guy in Nicholas's chat, which was the streamer, by the way. Yeah, who's problematic exactly? I don't know who that is. But yeah, so the funny part is that this guy was a complete stranger to me in Nicholas's chat, and I had seen this name for months, probably for a good 3 to 4 months. And I was just like, oh, I don't know, he's just another viewer. Like, I didn't think anything of it. I just thought of him as another viewer. And then he finally comes to my stream, and then this whole interaction starts, and I'm just like, you know, I kind of like this guy. He's kind of quirky, kind of weird, kind of socially awkward, just like me. And let's just say that, you know, and that started a friendship that I feel like has been probably one of the best friendships that I've had on this platform. Because I feel like whether we felt like we couldn't understand each other or not, we did. Also, sounds good, Grantham. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next year. God, no, I'm just kidding. But thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night and New Year's as well. Sorry, I had to pull the joke. I had to pull the joke. See you next year. Anyways, but yeah, I just, you know, I realized that, you know, there's a lot of things that happen that you just don't realize that lead to something else. Like, you think what it's a mistake is really not. Because in reality, if 90 had never came to me about talking about his joke or not joke about the speedrun idea, we would have never became friends. That's the crazy part. If he had never came to me about that, we would have never become friends, ever. Again, he would have just been a viewer in my chat. So the fact that that happened is honestly insane. That's something so small leads to something so big. And let's just say that we talked a lot. And by that I mean he talked a lot. No, wait, you want me to say it? You want me to say it? Oh boy. Okay, I'll say it. So the interaction that I just talked about happened on September 15th of this year. Well, since then he's sent 3,114 messages. And I've sent 1,570. So he sent about twice the amount of messages. 3,000, you beat the 2K mark. Let's go. Who cares about sub milestones? We're in message milestones now. Oh yeah, he's gonna get 10K. Nah, but in all seriousness, like, I don't think, out of all the people that I've met on this platform, I don't think someone has been as understanding and willing to help as much as him. Because man, every single time, whether the smallest mistake of me happening, he always comes to it. He always comes and tells me like, hey, you know, are you okay? Did something happen? You know, like, dude, literally in the speedrun yesterday, you guys saw that I got mad and I literally was about to throw my remote. This guy comes to DM and says like, oh, don't beat up yourself and don't do this. And I'm like, well, I wasn't. And you know, I wasn't like being serious, but like, this guy looks out for you no matter what. He literally does. And I'm pointing at my screen because I'm looking. I literally have his Discord messages up right now. The fact that somebody would literally always be looking to care for you is just insane. Like, even I can't do that. Also, what are you typing right now? Yeah, the fact that and so I will be, sometimes he says the most random stuff to me and I'm just like, I don't understand. I'm just like, huh, okay. But you know, that's great. Then point at Discord. I did. I'm pointing at Discord. Also, hi Jay, welcome in. And you know, I never told you this, but thank you for doing that, 90. Yeah, dude, the fact that you would do that, and I know he told me that too. Like, he told me, he's even asked me like, can I talk to this person about whatever? Because obviously, you know, like, I would know that person he's talking about more. So the fact that you would do that is amazing. Oh, did I never friend request Grantham? Oh, I guess I never friended Grantham. Well, now I did. And 90, I honestly appreciate that so much. Like, again, like I said, there's a reason I modded you. Oh wait, I didn't talk about that. Hold on. Oh wait, I need to talk about that story. Oh wait, I need my 2,000 friends. Yeah, I thought something really bad happened to me back in October, and I announced that I was going to take a break in your Discord. He immediately came to my aid and continually asked if everything was okay. Dude, that's a friend. That is a good friend right there. Jay, I've been talking about a lot. I'll just say it's been emotional and not. It's been lighthearted, emotional, everything. I'll be posting the VOD up on YouTube, so for those who missed some parts, can go back. I did. So again, there's a lot I've had to say. Yeah, good idea. Which also, oh, I should probably talk about that too. Anyways, but yeah, it was a pretty ugly cry. So was mine earlier. So mine earlier before I talked about you, because I had already let it all out before, so I could, you know. But all I want to say is, 90, you are one of the greatest examples to me of what it means to look out for somebody. The fact that you were willing to annoy me like every single day is honestly great. Because I know you always talk about like, do I DM you too much? Do I do this? You know, like, again, the fact that you were willing to do that, like, none of my RO friends ever did that. But yeah, it's like the fact that you were, you know, and it's great. Like, I really do. And I've already told you way too much. I probably couldn't even say it anymore. Yeah, I just don't know what else to say, but there actually is one extra thing I do want to say. There's been a certain group of people that have been behind the scenes that have always just Now, they may not be on the same belief system. They may not understand exactly my mindset, but they understand that something needs to be done, and they're willing to do that. And these have been people that, well, one of them I've known since before I started streaming, and they're currently in the chat. Like, there's been a lot of people. Who's that? I don't know. Who is it? But there's been a lot of people, a few people, not a lot, but no, Nicholas I've known in 2022, which I was streaming that one. But no, this person I've known since before I started streaming. He was actually one of the first ever people that I interacted with on this platform, like fully. I mean, there was some other people, but yeah, it's honestly crazy that, and through the ups and downs, there was one point where I almost unfriended this person. But I don't know what I was thinking in that moment. Yeah, he's an OG of OGs, that is for sure. But the fact that I almost unfriended this person is like the worst mistake I ever made. I know it wasn't that long ago. But I'm just gonna say, yeah, ups and downs. And honestly, well, Jay, you have been here through all of the ups and downs. Literally every single up and down that has ever existed in my entire time on this platform, you have been there. Like every time. Like the fact that you were always like telling me like, oh, do this and don't do this and who are this. Yeah, I know. And the thing is, you were streaming at the time too. And yeah, like I literally, this guy knew me before I even considered streaming. Like I didn't even have the thought of doing YouTube, and like this guy like kind of was there before that. Like it's baffling. It's honestly insane. And that will be a topic, but I did just want to touch on it a little bit because I'm gonna be honest. Yo, thank you, welcome. Wait, what is that emoji though? That emoji is a little weird, but I don't know how I like that. Thank you for the compliment, but I don't like that emoji. Emoji's a little weird. But welcome in, by the way. Yeah, pyramid eye. Yeah. And that's true. And so as you guys, I've already touched on this earlier, but with everything that's been going on, Jay has been one of those people who has always been like, you know, trying to work on this, figure this out, all this stuff. And yes, Kata, I know I wasn't going to say it out loud. But no, you're good. You're good. You're good. But yeah, the fact that this person was always there, Jay was always there. Well, and included in that, another person who I haven't known since then, but this person I actually met in September of last year. Well, August. It was like August or September. I don't even remember. I think it was September, but I'll just say that that's another person. You tend to be the angel and devil on my shoulder, bouncing ideas. That is true. You're always like, oh, do this or this or this. But Jay and, well, the other person, I guess I should just say it all out even though he's not here, Jaded Shade. These two especially have, like, you know, whether they have the same beliefs in me or not, they understand what I'm trying to do. They've always tried their best to understand me in the midst of my craziness, because I had that a lot throughout this. Yeah, Jaded met me, see, this is the crazy part too. During the September 22 craze, if that didn't happen, I would not know Jaded. I would have not been part of Nintenker, which I didn't even talk about. Oh shoot, bro, so much happened this year. Holy crap. I did not think I'd have this much to talk about. Like, it's just coming back to me. I'm just like, holy crap. I forgot to talk about Nintendo. We're gonna have to talk about that. But yeah, Jaded. I would have never met Jaded. I would have never been a part of Nintendo. There's just so many things. Yeah, Nicholas, I totally forgot. Oh, you are, dude. That's amazing. That is awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. But yeah. So, man, there's so much. Okay, I did not expect this to go this long, but I don't care. We're gonna go as long as I need to. But yeah, I'll just say Jay and Jaded especially have been two people that, again, while we may not always be on the same page, which I mean that's with any friend, but while we may not always be on the same page, we always end up coming together and, you know, and and then the funny part, and then we have fun moments together. And well, I'm just gonna say those fun moments are gonna continue into 2024 with something very special. Which, Jay, I don't know if you give me permission to fully say it or not, because I do want to talk about next year, obviously. We had the same underlying beliefs and multiple perspectives are always good for everything. Exactly. But I don't know if you want me to fully reveal that yet. I probably shouldn't, but I don't know if you want me to or not. Because I do want to talk about stuff next year, but we're not done yet, so. Also, I need more water. I can get more details. Okay, bet. Okay, so, but I do want to talk about the Nintendo situation. So, you guys know that as of like August of this year, well, actually, it was like the beginning of this year that I had, you know, been invited to Nintendo. And I'm gonna be honest, when I was first invited to Nintendo, I did not know what I was getting into. I was just like, oh. Also, actually, before I keep going, I actually am gonna BRB because I do need water. I'm like very dehydrated. So I'm gonna BRB. Be back in a moment. No, me too. Oh, I just had my mic on the whole time. Well, I guess you guys just heard everything. That's fine. Oh, okay, you didn't hear anything. Okay. I just realized that I had my free. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on one second. Okay. Let me get back to the other screen here. Okay, but let me catch up in chat here before I continue. Where are we at? Yeah, you got the hydrate, so I got my water back because I needed water. I'm like dehydrated. Okay. You have your water container with you at all times. You have a large amount of water. Yeah. Well, I don't know where mine. Oh, mine's still in my mom's car. I just keep forgetting to grab it. Chat, while he's gone, I'm gonna leak the announcement he was holding back on. Oh my gosh. You have a 12-ounce Yeti cup with you? Nice. Ready? You bought his channel. Oh my gosh, guys. Nicholas owns my channel. Yeah. Oh yeah, wait, no, didn't we already say that last stream though? Nicholas bought it for 7, yeah. Whoops, he's back too late. I saw it. Of course I'm gonna look at the chat. Guess you can't leak his. But yeah, so anyways, as I was saying, it was about the beginning of the year, I was like kind of rolled into a group channel called Nintendo Crew, which was, you know, 5 people, well, four or 5 people, you know, just having fun, doing stuff, you know, playing Nintendo, making content, and it was great. But at the same time, as you guys know, if you guys, I mean, as I've already clearly pointed out this year, or not this year, as I've clearly pointed out throughout the stream, also Dare Leader, welcome in. But as I've pointed out throughout the stream, there was a lot of other things that already added on to the stress. So Nintendo Crew kind of just put more on top, just put another scoop on top, just, and I come to realize that was too much. And so with Nintendo Crew, I'd be staying up every single night, you know, recording. And I'm not gonna lie that I had fun. I mean, I did. It was great moments, but new YouTube short, the truth behind Nintendo Crew. No, but the fact, throughout that time, I was like, you know, it was great. It was a good time. But at the same time, there's only so much I could do when I'm trying to, you know, finish school. Fun while it lasted, exactly. Like, it was great. But then it got to the point where it's like, this is just too much. Like, I was up every night until like 2-3 a.m. Sometimes, yeah, it was like 1-2 a.m., sometimes 3. Jay, oh my gosh. But it's like, I just realized that it was too much for me. And, you know, I'd have to be streaming at least once a week. And once a week doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're in high school, trying to finish school, running another channel, doing other stuff, it's like, that was just too much. And so it got to the point where I was like, you know, maybe this isn't for me. And like during the summer, it's like, oh, I was fine. But by that point, I was just stressed. I'm just like, I can't do this. So, I mean, I think the leader in Nintendo Crew, the Luigi Master, or TLM, kind of already knew that I wasn't willing to do this any longer. But he didn't know how long it was going to take for me to like really want to leave. He thought, oh, I'd leave like October, November. Well, I told him in July. I told him in July that I wanted to leave. So we ended up doing a finale stream. We ended up doing that stuff. And I did tell Nicholas first, because again, Nicholas was a part. So I did end up telling Nicholas that I want to leave. So, which I did. And so as of August like 4th or something, I was no longer part of the Nintendo crew. And I feel like that kind of, it felt like it took a huge weight off my shoulder. Because I always felt like attached to it. Like I'd have to do everything with them. I'd have to, you know, do that kind of stuff. But it's like, you know, this is just kind of finally a relief. Like finally I don't have to worry about it. Again, Nintendo crew was great. I always talk about the moments, you know, like that I had all the time. Like they were great. But at the same time, I'm just like, just too much. You still remember the whole build up to you leaving there? Talks about it for a while. Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, I'm gonna turn my light down. It is way too bright here. There we go. But it was just a lot. It really was. So, but as of now, I mean, Nintendo crew is pretty much, it's pretty much MIA at this point. And I feel like that was the right decision because I feel like I always had that stress on my shoulder, and that definitely relieved it, which then led to more stress. So, I mean, it's like, so kind of glad that I took that off. But I'm just realized going into this next year, there's a lot of things I could do better. There's a lot of things that I could worry about less. A lot of things that I could choose not to do. Because I'm going to be honest, that wasn't the first time that I was invited to a group channel or a group thing. Trust me, that was not the first time. There were a couple other times that I was about to be a part of something and that didn't turn very well, but that was just a major one because I was actually a part of it. But you have a bigger team behind you to help you with decisions past like 3 of us. Yeah, and I know you guys, yeah, you guys especially have been, you know, always seem to be there. But I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, as time progresses, it'll get easier. Exactly. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. We're almost 2 hours into the stream. I don't want to make this too long. I've already made it longer than I expected. I expected this to be an hour and a half, but well, I was wrong. But so moving on, you'll be watching the whole replay. You could speedrun Marbles Wheat. Yeah, literally hour and 55 minutes 20. Well, not yesterday's. Yesterday's run was pretty bad at the end, but yeah. So going into next year, there's a lot of things I want to change. So throughout this year, I told you guys about like my kind of shift in like what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest, I was confusing. I said like, oh, I'm gonna do Mario Bros 2D Mario. Oh, I'm gonna go back to Mario Maker. Oh, I'm gonna do Let's Plays. Oh, I'm gonna do challenge videos. Oh, this, oh, that. I changed like constantly. Well, I think for at least for a while, I think I've finally found something that I could do. So my idea, yeah, as you guys know, I've done a lot of speedrunning, which I've actually been doing that for over a year now. Well, I think that it's going to be a staple of the channel. I feel like a staple of the channel is going to be speedrunning. That's not going to change. Honestly, more importantly, Twitch streaming. Oh my gosh. So as you guys know, I recently made the move back to Twitch. Clearly, I mean, clearly right here, I'm literally here on Twitch, but honestly, I think that's going to be a permanent thing. The reason I say that is because there's been a lot of, it's just so much easier. The thing is that YouTube isn't a platform for streaming. So trying to do streaming on a not optimized for streaming platform doesn't work very well. Now, was it smart for me to stream on YouTube? Absolutely. If I kept streaming on Twitch, I would not be where I am today. I would not know the people that I know today. I would be stuck in the dumps playing Mario Maker 2 viewer levels. I'm gonna be honest. I would be. I'd be stuck. So, was streaming on YouTube great? Absolutely. I don't regret it in the slightest. But after, you know, a year and a half, almost 2 years or so. Well, yeah, over 2 years now. Yeah, over 2 years. So this is a great one. Which one's this called? Sidewalk Chalk. That's a good one. But, you know, after doing it for, you know, 2.5 years, I was like, you know, I kind of enjoy Twitch more. I like the environment of Twitch. I like the, you know, integrations. I like the channel points, you know. I like having, there's all this stuff on Twitch that just I can't get with YouTube. But the problem with Twitch before was that in order to grow on Twitch, you have to grow on other platforms. And so that's why I moved from Twitch to YouTube, because YouTube was that place where I could get discovered, and I did. But after a while, I'm just like, yeah, this just isn't gonna cut it. So I made the move back to YouTube, or back to Twitch just recently. And obviously there were other stuff that went into that, which I've already talked about. But it just seems like this is the right move. I just feel more comfortable on Twitch. I feel more with the community. There's just a lot more integration. I just like, I don't know, just the streaming and Twitch environment is just much more close-knit than YouTube, because YouTube just seems so broad. Well, here it just seems more close-knit. Now, did I take a huge hit in viewership? Absolutely. Did I take a huge hit in revenue? Absolutely. I took a huge hit in a lot of places doing this. But at the end of the day, none of those things matter. I mean, I really am sad for the people who, you know, the people who can't watch on Twitch. I do feel bad. But at the end of the day, it's just gonna be better for the channel in the long run. But anyways, so for content wise, as you guys know, I am not the kind of guy to do videos very much. I hardly do them. I do them like I did them very, very rarely. I think I only have a total of like 20 videos or something like that. 32. I have 32 total videos on the channel, but I have 246 streams. Clearly a huge difference there. So if you need to do it, then do it. Exactly. But I'm very good at shorts. I can do shorts for some reason, but I can't do videos. And I feel like that's something I want to go into 2024. I almost said 3. That's something I want to go into 2024. Yeah, I'll go and look there right now. Okay. Oh, the crusty. Oh, where did I put it this time? Ah, it's on the bed. I said I'd do it for yesterday. You did. Well, here you go. But I need my headphones on. Kirsty Crab. But yeah. So let's see. Gosh dang it, 90. Made me lose my train of thought. Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, I'm not huge into video production, but I feel like that's something in 2024 that I want to work on a little bit more. I want to be able to learn how to, like, you know, make more engaging videos. Like, actually, funny enough, I was on VC with Jaded just yesterday talking about my latest video. spending these because you have the cursed number of points. Oh, yeah, you might not want that. But I was on VC with Jaded last night, and we were talking about, we actually were going over my latest video. And I honestly thought, okay, I did pretty good with it. But then I realized at the same time, I'm like, you know, you don't realize a lot of stuff that you miss. Oh yeah, no, he told me all about that. But, you know, at the same time, I realized, like, with certain things, I was like, the thumbnail, you know, while a cool concept, was a little confusing. Even in the video itself, like, my intro sounded very, oh, and today we're gonna blah, blah, blah. Like, I sounded like that. Then again, I don't know, I guess I was tired at that point because I recorded that. Well, it was like 10 a.m., so it wasn't even that early. But no, was it later? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it was so dull. But yeah, there's a lot of small things, and I'm just like, you know, what's up, guys? But yeah, and it's like, am I saying it's the worst quality video? No. But that's something I want to go into 2024 with, is like being able to improve on videos. Because I feel like, yeah, the streams are fine, streams are good, you know, like, I mean, obviously there's stuff I can improve there too, but for the most part, I mean, they're fine. But video production's never been something I've been very good at. Shorts, on the other hand, I guess I'm good. For some reason, YouTube like loves my shorts. I mean, I guess YouTube loves my shorts because holy crap. Yes, those shorts. Yeah, these shorts, the ones I'm wearing. It is a process. You learn with every video you make. There's no such thing as a perfect video. Yeah. And I do want to make shorts a more common thing. Now, the thing is that I don't have very many shorts. I have, what, 13? Which I did delete all my old ones because I hated those. Those things sucked. But, you know, with all these shorts, there's only one short that didn't get, like, above 2.5K. Like, 2.5K, all of my shorts are above that. And the fact that, you know, people always say, like, oh, it's the algorithm. Oh, they didn't do this. It's like, I don't like to blame the algorithm. I don't. I never like to say, oh, it didn't push the video because YouTube hates me. It's like, there's always something you can do. And that's what I've had with my mindset. Like with this video, I'm gonna be honest, with the latest video, I was a little upset. I was like 300. I was like, I thought maybe you get like 600, 700, but I'm like, I thought maybe get more likes, but I was like, again, it's me. It's always having the right mindset of like, you, me, can always do something about it. Well, that's the thing. Like, the reason, and I'm gonna look at my most popular short, which has 26.6 thousand views. And people are always like, how'd you get a short to be that much? I mean, yeah, I will be honest, it was half luck. But I look at the analytics for this, and now the percentage viewed versus swiped away, 53.5% viewed, 46.5% swiped away. And this is like, but, you know, and I'm looking at the engagement, 32 seconds on a 36-second short. I mean, or 37 seconds. Like, see, that's what it is. It's like the view duration can also contribute to that. It's like, yeah, well, the thing is, shorts and videos have very different, because shorts is very, you get a much higher number of shorts than you do with like, it's like swipe rate versus click-through rate, because click-through rate is going to be much lower because it's, you know, you're on a page of a bunch of different things, while with shorts, it's just that. So it's much easier to get a shorts view. That's why people say like, oh, I got 3,000 views on my short. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's decent. But in reality, that's not that many. I mean, unless you have like no subs, then that's cool. But like, if you're a guy with, you know, 5, 6K, even 2K, like I have subs, it's not that much. I mean, it's good. I'm not going to say it's bad, but it's not like insane. Like 26K for me was insane, but even that's not even that much. Like that's still insane to me how I got that. But yeah, so like next year, I especially want to be working on more videos. So I'm still trying to figure out how often streams will be, because I don't know if I want to do my videos as just like standalone videos, because I definitely like the idea of like turning streams into videos, but it's like at the same time, like at the same time, I don't know if that's like the kind of route I want to go. So, oh, when the short gets 2K, yeah, which all of my shorts have gotten that, except for that one Wonder short, which got 373 views. But that's just because that thing was so long-winded for no reason. Still my favorite short. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but Windy hates me. I will remind myself of that every time. Honestly, Wonder's dead. Like, you guys have been wondering why. Hey, you guys been wondering why I haven't been doing Wonder. Well, Wonder is a great game, but I just feel like it came out too late. It came out too late. If that came out when the Switch launched, oh, that thing would pew into the, like that thing would be doing great. But Odyssey did that and pew went up. Odyssey did great. Like Odyssey still, not as much to this day, but it did for years. But now Wonder just went yeah, 754. That's not a lot. When you look at Mario Maker, which still has more views than freaking, no, I don't want to go this. No. And not all those people are actually playing one. Yeah, because people forget to change their dang category. Okay, Mario Maker is 584, but again, that's, wrong time of day. So yeah, I mean, why does Mario Maker 1 have views? Oh, it's because somebody's doing. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. But I just feel like, I always had this focus on streaming. And while streaming's great, I just feel like I feel like streaming was very stressful doing it all the time. And so I'm probably going to be doing this to where I do 3 streams a week. And I want to try to keep it as scheduled as possible. I think as I go on, I'm going to try to build a schedule of like, I'm going to stream this day, and not change it. Now, is that going to be easy for me? Absolutely not. But I just got to take out which days I can't stream. Like Fridays, I won't be able to stream, like Sundays, I won't be streaming. But like I can do Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, or something like that. Or Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. I guess that would be probably the best. But again, we'll see. Because I do want to keep the streams more consistent, because I feel like the streams have been all over the place in terms of schedule. So I want to keep them as consistent as possible. But I also want to make them less, because I used to do 4-5 streams a week. And I just can't do that. Especially if I'm going to be making more videos. And honestly, it may even be 2 streams a week at times. So I think videos are going to be more of a main focus, and the streams are going to be like either those videos or like special things. Like I do want to keep speedrunning as like a normal thing, so we're going to do that. Those Mario ROM hack challenge sort of things, I'm going to try to do more of those. I mean, Let's Plays won't be a thing unless it's like a new game. Like I'll be playing the new Mario vs. Donkey Kong, I might do that. I mean, other stuff. Mario Bros. Wii is better. Like I love Mario Bros. Wii, but yeah, so making less streams is gonna be better. Doing more videos, shorts. I'm gonna try to do shorts still. I don't know how it's gonna work because you won't be able to see the VOD on this channel. I don't know if I should make a separate channel for just the stream shorts and then have the regular channel, the main channel, just be for the video shorts. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But because I don't know how I want to do this. I don't want to make too many channels. Yeah, keep it together. Yeah, if we can talk after if you want. But yeah, so I think the stream shorts will go on this channel, but the VODs themselves will go on that. I'm still going to keep the VODs. All the VODs are still going to be on the other channel. I don't want to put the VODs on this channel because that would way mess it up. Keep it together. Yeah, because I can't like post VODs on this channel be separate from other channels unless I had it on unlisted playlist, but there's no point. Yeah, VODs are still going to go on the second channel. That's not going to change, but for the shorts and the videos are going to still be on the main channel. And I know I've had people ask like, oh, why did you unlist the, you know, streams on the main channel? Well, because I'm not streaming on there anymore, and it's not going to be a stream channel anymore. And that's the reason why. Also, my desk is so dirty. Ew, it's disgusting. I'll have to clean it later, but yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I need to touch on. Hey, if you guys have anything you want to say, feel free to put it in the chat. I just don't know. Yeah, if you guys want to say anything, just do a little bit of a chatting segment at the end here. Deskless Ballo, yeah, bed streamer Ballo, Bedomatic. Yeah. There we go. Mac-O-Matic, no, dude. Oh, the MacBook days, dude. Oh, so glad those days are over. So glad those days are over. That's you now? Yeah, I know. But you're not O-Matic, so. Alright. You know what? While we're just chilling here, I'm gonna wipe my desk a little bit. Cause, dude, this is actually disgusting. Crusty Crap-O-Matic? Actually, true. Hey, yeah, I'm just... Honestly, I just want to say thank you to every single one of you, because you guys are amazing. The fact that you guys are still here during all this craziness is amazing. So I can't thank you guys enough. But, you know, going into next year, I feel like there's so much more that can be done, and I really just, you know, so much complaining can be done, but at the same time, so much you can be grateful for. And that's what I am. Don't have anything. I do think you're going to do great in 2024, whatever you do. I know I'll be there watching. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I know that, you know, with all the backlash and stuff that I may have been getting in the community itself have been getting, I just know that, you know, stay strong. And I feel like, and actually one last thing, I feel like I definitely need to stay strong in the Lord as well, because I feel like that's been contributing to a lot of the problems that I've been having as well. And so, you know, as a follower of God, I just realized that, you know, no human thing can really, there's no human emotion, no human thing that you can do that can really surpass what the Lord can do in your life. Now, I know that the 13 of you who are watching, I know that you guys may not fully understand that, but honestly, I don't either. It's honestly a lot of faith. Like, that's what it is. It seems so, it's so easy to fall into, you know, your own desires, your own or even others. It's easy to fall for friends, or friends, or just people in general. It's easy to fall for that. Like, you really can, but it's just like staying strong in yourself, but also staying strong with what's right. You ever need to talk about those problems, your VCs are still open to you even if you're streaming? Hey, you know what? I never would want to interrupt something in that, but any other time, I totally get it. But no, I would never want to interrupt, you know, your own stream and what you're doing, obviously, clearly. But I would never do that to you, but I would certainly, if you need to do it. Well, I don't think I'll need to, so trust me. I'm okay. But, and again, am I saying that all the problems are gonna go away next year? Heck to the no. Honestly, I feel like after this stream, I honestly think the problems are gonna get worse. I honestly believe it. I think the problems are gonna get worse. I think I'm gonna have worse things that come about me. I think I'm gonna, you know, face worse, you know, backlash. I don't see, I mean, I could see it getting better, but I can also see it getting worse as well. And I'm kind of realizing that at the end of the day, it's not always gonna be sunshines and rainbows. And it's not just that, Jay, just in general with just life. I mean, I know that's kind of a major part of it, clearly, but just life in general, and just with YouTube, I feel like there's gonna be more. Am I saying, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of ups and downs this year. Oh, you betcha there's gonna be a lot of ups and downs next year. Yeah, we got to take down the problems, but I knew what you were referring to. But we got to take them down. We got to take down the issues, you know? I feel like it's so easy to just let it go, and to not let it go. That's not the word I'm looking for. Sorry, bad reference. But it's so easy to just, you know, just it's so easy to be complacent. That's the word I was looking for. It's so easy to become complacent, just leave it there and not do anything about it. Well, if we do that, it certainly doesn't melt it. Yeah, it certainly just doesn't help. You doing nothing is better than you saying no. You doing absolutely nothing is better than being negative against the situation. It's just like, I mean, at least you're doing something if you're not doing, you know. I don't know if that makes sense. That probably didn't make sense, but yeah. It's just you're better off doing something. Super Jake, welcome in, opening wall. Sorry, if you're wondering why I'm looking down, I'm cleaning my desk right now as I'm speaking. So, yeah, my desk is like, if you guys don't know, I have a glass desk. So let's just say it gets dirty easier than like anything else. So that's the reason why I'm having to clean it all the time. I mean, a glass desk better than no desk, though. Am I right? Glass desk better than no desk. Yeah, I actually use this. Well, this is technically it's a static screen cleaner, but it's the same thing. It works the same. So, yeah, it's technically for your screens, but it works for glass like very well. So we have like a bunch of them. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna use that because I don't use it for anything else. But I don't know. I don't know if I have anything else to say. Honestly, looking forward to next year. See what the Lord has in store and see what is in store for this community. I feel like I've touched bases with everything that I wanted to. Let out all the emotions that I needed to, and acknowledge those who helped me a lot. And honestly, I just want to give a last shout out to the rest of you, because don't think that just because I didn't specifically point you out that you aren't just as amazing as the people that I did, because every single one of you are amazing. I don't care what you say. And even those who are not watching, y'all are amazing, because the Lord put you here for a reason. And so the fact that you're here alive means something. And the fact that you're here right now, it also means something. So I appreciate that. Your desk is fire, literally is a piece of fire. Imagine. But I think that is all that I have to say for this stream. But I literally just can't thank you guys enough. Like, literally, it's just amazing how helpful you guys have been. Like, I just can't say anything else. Y'all are amazing. That's all I can say. Oh my gosh, what the heck did I just knock over? Okay, that was just that. But and I appreciate that. Yeah, you're welcome anytime. I will always, be as real with people as I can. So, but I think we are going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I just want to say, again, I appreciate every single one of you for stopping by. I will be posting this on YouTube on the VODs channel. I'm also going to I'll do a community post tomorrow with this video linked so that people can, see what happened and see everything that's going on, because I want the YouTubes to be informed as well, because I was gonna do this community post, but there's no way I would have fit this all in. It would have been like a 5-page essay. So grant them again, dude. Thank you so much for the other gifted sub, dude. I appreciate that. Yo, Darolito got it. Let's go. Thank you so much for that gifted sub again, dude. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. I really appreciate that. I don't know if that's like his old one that just went through, or that might have been his old one that went through, because I know he said he did another one, but yeah, I just want to, well, thank you, Grantham, for the one gifted sub. I do appreciate that, which, by the way, we're at 15 subs, so I believe that means a new emote slot, so be working on that. But again, I just want to say thank you guys all for being here. I do appreciate it, but I think Rip emote, we'll see. I might do a vote. I might do a vote on YouTube of like what emote we want for Twitch. Or I'll do a vote. I'll probably do a vote in the Discord server. That'd probably make more sense. But anyways, guys, thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. I won't be live tomorrow because I'll be spending time with family, but I hope you guys all have a wonderful time, a wonderful New Year celebration, because hey, you know what? 2024, whether good or bad in many situations, is going to be a great year. whatever you say. Whether or not good things bad or good things bad. Wow, I can talk. Whether bad things happen or not, I mean, I know they are, but either way, they're gonna happen. So, but I just want to say again, I know I keep saying this again, but every single one of you, thank you all so much for being here. Also, Tom, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. But thank you guys all for being here. You guys are literally the best. I cannot ask for a greater community. So I just want to say thank you to every single one of you who are here. But that is going to go ahead and do it for me tonight. Hope you guys all have a wonderful New Year's celebration, and I will see you in 2024. Peace out, guys.